Trump delivers bold message to Supreme Court just after his bloodbath remarks that raised eyebrows. Hours after stirring controversy with his remarks at an Ohio rally, former President Donald Trump once again thrust himself into the spotlight, this time with an impassioned plea for complete presidential immunity on his Truth Social platform. According to reports by Raw Story on Sunday, March 17, 2024, Trump's fervent demand comes amidst the backdrop of an ongoing legal battle over his actions before, during, and after his single term in office, now in the hands of the Supreme Court. In his characteristic all-caps style, Trump argued that without full immunity, it would be impossible for a president to function properly. He warned of the likelihood of facing indictment by opposing parties for even well-intended mistakes, painting a picture of years of legal wrangling and uncertainty if immunity were not granted. The crux of Trump's argument lies in his assertion that presidents, at times, must cross the line in the execution of their duties. He drew a parallel to the challenges faced by law enforcement, suggesting that the occasional rogue cop or bad apple should not impede the overall effectiveness of the institution. Similarly, he contends that the authority and decisiveness of a president would be compromised without total immunity. Trump's plea is not without precedent. The issue of presidential immunity has been a subject of debate for decades, with arguments weighing the necessity of protecting the presidency against the need for accountability and oversight. The Supreme Court has grappled with this balance in the past, most notably in the cases of United States versus Nixon and Clinton versus Jones. However, Trump's case presents unique challenges. His presidency was marked by controversies and legal battles, including investigations into Russian interference in the 2016 election and allegations of obstruction of justice. The question of whether these actions should be shielded from prosecution under the umbrella of presidential immunity is a contentious one, with far-reaching implications for the rule of law and the separation of powers. Critics argue that granting Trump complete immunity would set a dangerous precedent, effectively placing the president above the law and undermining the principles of democracy and accountability. They contend that no individual, regardless of their office, should be immune from legal scrutiny or consequences for their actions. Moreover, Trump's rhetoric, both in his rally remarks and his online screed, has raised concerns about the potential for further division and polarization in an already deeply divided political landscape. By framing the issue in stark terms of us versus them and appealing directly to his base, he risks inflaming tensions and eroding public trust in the institutions of government. The Supreme Court now faces the daunting task of weighing these competing interests and rendering a decision that will shape the future of presidential accountability and the rule of law in the United States. Trump's plea for immunity may resonate with his supporters, but it is ultimately up to the justices to determine where the line between presidential power and legal accountability should be drawn. As the nation awaits the court's decision, one thing remains clear: that the issue of presidential immunity is far from settled, and its implications will reverberate long after Trump's presidency has ended. In a democracy founded on the principles of checks and balances, the balance between executive authority and legal accountability is a delicate one, and the outcome of this case will have far-reaching consequences for the future of American governance.